there's almost nothing better than a visit to my local botanic gardens. How you going? Can I have a lift?
Yeah, sure. Jump in.
Sweet. But today, I'm hitching a ride to the nursery and glasshouses out the back, hidden away from the general public, to explore a collection of exotic and rare tropical treasures. I see you got the foot bath here.
Yes, yeah, hygiene is very important.
Leading the tour is the Curator Manager here at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Sydney, David Laughlin.
Oh, wow, it's nice and humid in here.
It's a little bit uncomfortable for humans generally, but yeah, the plants certainly thrive in this environment.
How exactly would you define the tropics?
Well, we would define the tropics as a geographical region. So it's basically the region between the Tropic of Capricorn to the south and the Tropic of Cancer to the north. So in this part of the world, you're really talking about from the area around Townsville right up to southern China. It's a huge range of plants that come from the tropics. We're talking about what do we think of as a tropical style plant. Then we're looking at this style of plant. You know, we're looking at the bromeliads, the anthuriums, all those types of plants we would put in a tropical style garden. But the tropics is so much more and covers such a diverse range of plants that, yeah, it's just infinite.
I see what you mean about messing with that stereotypical image of a tropical plant.
Yeah, these plants are all from arid zones, and these plants have adapted themselves to their environment, so they're very water efficient, they store water, and this particular plant here, this Euphorbia royleana, this was actually wild collected by members of the Botanic Gardens back in the 80s from northern India.
How stunning is it? I mean, it looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book.
It does, yeah. They are weird and wonderful plants, and many of us know Euphorbia and grow euphorbias in our gardens, and they're incredibly tough plants. This one, I guess the unusual thing about it, it's deciduous, so in winter here in Sydney, it'll lose all its leaves.
There's something nice about wandering around nurseries. There's just that mystery element.
Oh, there's always something around the corner that's, you know, unexpected that you go, wow, what's that? So.
And exactly with these, I mean, they look like they'd be a prop in a film set.
Yeah, these are amazing plants, and their common name is cabbage on a stick. So,
that's a great name.
So it's a Brighamia, and they come from Hawaii, and unfortunately, they're critically endangered in their natural environment in Hawaii, and they've been impacted by things like feral goats. And one of the things that we're doing here is we're growing this particular plant, and every now and again our friends of the Botanic Gardens will have a sale and they'll sell them. The profits from the sale will go back to the conservation efforts back in Hawaii. They are a bit of an acquired taste because they're quite unusual, but they make a really good indoor plant. They're tough, you know, if you forget to water them a few times, they'll forgive you. As long as you don't have goats at home, you're probably going to be fine.
Well, I reckon I want to give one a go.
So, Costa, we've got an Australian native to look at next, from far north Queensland up around Cairns right up to Cape York. And these are fascinating plants. They're Myrmecodia, or ant plants, and they're epiphytes, so they particularly like paper bark, so they'll grow in melaleucas.
So what's behind the name?
So they get called ant plants because as it grows, it gets all these hollows and little chambers that are perfect houses for ants. And the ants in return will provide nutrients as they defecate and maybe leftover food. But the most important service that they provide is a bit of a security service. So if any insect comes down and starts munching on the leaves, the ants will come rushing out and they'll swarm that insect and see it off. And as we all know, ants are pretty good at security. So yeah, one of my favorite little plants, and they're an Australian native.
This glasshouse is overflowing with treasures.
Yeah, there's some fantastic plants in here, and there are even some mystery plants in here. And this is an example here. So this is a pothos. We've described it as pothos species because we actually don't know what the species is. I think this is just a fabulous looking plant. You know, it's...
Yeah, look at it. I mean, it's just almost like wallpaper on wallpaper on wallpaper.
Exactly. It's clinging so tight to its support. It's, yeah, a beautiful plant. And yeah, when we name it, we'll certainly put the species name on for everyone to know. And
works in progress.
Works in progress, indeed. A lot of reasons why we keep this collection. We want to educate people about plants and the value of plants and inspire people to love plants, but there's also an ecological conservation reason. We've got plants in this back of house collection that there might only be a few hundred left in the wild.
Behind-the-scenes tours at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Sydney are open to the public, so you can see for yourself this impressive collection. Head to our website for more details.
Plants are absolutely amazing. When you look at them, you think, how does nature do this? But nature, as we know, is the best designer and can do wonderful things.